Hello, Maria. It's such a pleasure to talk with you today.
Hello, Sean. How are you?
I'm doing great. You're back in the Wizards universe, but now as a grandma.
Yes.
How does it feel to have the ultimate character arc from cool mom to hip abuela?
Oh, it's awesome. It's so fun to play her in this new season of life. It's terrific because I get to play familiar things, and I'm also challenged with being Teresa in a new season of her life where she gets to be the loving abuelita.
I love that. When you first started playing, Theresa Russo, did you ever imagine you'd still be part of Waverly Place, world all these years later?
I did not imagine it, and it's a wonderful surprise, and I'm thrilled to do it.
Walking on set for the new show, how does that feel differently from the original set?
Well, it felt very familiar. I felt like I didn't skip a beat, especially when the lair looks exactly like it did 10 years ago when I left. Um, so it feels very comfortable. I mean, it really does feel like no time went by. I know it sounds crazy, but that's how I felt. And even with the new kids, um, it felt really comfortable, and they felt like I knew them, like they were my grandkids. And I know they're modeled similarly to the original characters, and that probably has something to do with it. But also, mostly it's because they're so talented. So they kept me in the world because they're so good at it. They didn't take me out of it. They're so talented. Alkeo and Max and Janice and Taylor, the new kids are terrific, just as talented as our original kids. And that says a lot to the casting of the show and to David and Selena being great executive producers, um, because it's not easy to find really talented young kids. It's not easy to find the right match. It takes a lot of strategy to put the pieces together. And because I think they're so talented as actors and now producers, I think they did a great job.
No, I absolutely agree with you. The new cast, the young cast, so talented. Everything does feel familiar. Do you remember where you were when you first heard that this, legacy sequel series was happening and what your first thought was of maybe the excitement?
Oh gosh, I was at home and it was through text, and I was thrilled. I was like, what? It's finally happening. Oh my gosh. I get asked every day of my life, is the show coming back? Will there be a reboot? Will there be a sequel? I miss you guys. And so I was so happy, so thrilled, so looking forward to seeing how they make it happen. And when I got to see when David Henrie invited us to a run through of the producers run through of the pilot, where I got to meet everybody, the writers, the new actors, when I got to see it, I was like, wow, it was so satisfying because I can honestly tell people it's great.
Yeah, I know that the original fans were super excited when this was announced. Stepping back into Teresa's shoes, would it feel like second nature to you, or did it take maybe some time adjusting?
It felt like second nature. It felt like second nature. I know her so well. I know her so well. My husband and I fantasize about being good grandparents one day because our daughters are 19 and 21. So they're young adults. And we talk about, hey, we have to take care of ourselves and stay energetic because I want to be an energetic grandparent. So we fantasize about, are we going to have grandsons? And is my husband going to take them to the baseball games? And we just talk about it. So I get to practice it as Teresa. And so it's so fun to practice being abuela, being a grandma. Abuelita is grandma in Spanish. So we say it on the show. It's so sweet when the new kids call me abuelita. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, it feels easy and fun.
Yeah, the show is so much fun. And your TV son, David Henrie, who is also the executive producer, has been really a driving force behind the magic, keeping the magic alive. How proud are you of him and all the things he's accomplished today?
Oh, I'm crazy proud, very impressed. His work ethic, his manner, how he leads as executive producer is beautiful. Along with Selena, to see them as grown-ups and being so talented and responsible now in their executive producer roles is very cool to watch. Um, it's awesome. It's almost like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I can't believe she's 32. He's 35, something like that. And I mean, it's amazing to me. I feel like it was just yesterday. I really do, that they were just teenagers. Um, time flies by and everybody says it does. And when you have kids, you're like, people tell you, oh, time goes by so quickly, enjoy every moment. You're like, okay. And then all of a sudden you realize, oh, they're right. Well, I feel the same way as an actress. Not only did my own kids grow up so fast, my TV kids grew up so fast. I mean, I got married when I was 32 and Selena's 32 and she just got engaged. And it's like, oh my gosh, I just can't believe how quickly time goes by. So I'm very, very happy to be hanging out with them now that they're older. It's very cool.
Yeah, time does fly by. I need a magic spell to slow it down a little bit. It's ridiculous how fast it's been going. Why do you think fans still connect with Waverly Place, so deeply after all these years and drawing new fans so easily?
I think because we had great writing and we had a fun premise of magic where you can go anywhere, do anything. And we had a great cast. And it was all tied to a strong family bond of I love you no matter what, I've got your back. That was the Russo family motto. And I think people felt that love that the characters had for each other, as well as laughing with them. They felt, hey, that's possible to go through some crazy, zany, stupid mistakes and anger, and they still love each other and they can still laugh. And even though it's just a TV show, when you're a kid, it speaks to you. I remember as a kid when I would watch a well-written family show where the love was real, like I remember Happy Days. Uh, I picked up on that. I picked up on Mrs. Cunningham being a surrogate mom for the Fawns. I know I don't know, I'm speaking to people understand, but it was a long time ago. But when a show is a family show and it's funny, but there's real love there, it's very powerful, extremely powerful. Comedy is a way to deal with pain. It's how we deal with pain. We have to laugh. We have to make a joke. We have to put it, make an easy time of it to deal with life. And when they're married together so beautifully on a well-written comedy, it's got potential to have incredible longevity in people's hearts. And I think that that's exactly what Wizards was able to accomplish with our amazing writers and our incredible cast. And I'm happy to say that the new sequel does the same thing.
No, it really does. And the messaging and the themes are so great, just like the original show. You see it in this one. Going back to the original show, do you have one memory that stands out amongst all of them?
Oh, wow, so many. But, again, speaking about the heart, there's a memory that speaks to a lot of young people. And that's when I'm consoling Alex about her heartbreak. And, I kind of have mixed feelings about that scene in a way because, and I say it, people don't remember what I say after I say to her, just remember, you're one broken heart closer to happily ever after with this heartbreak. People love that comment, gives them hope. But then afterwards, Alex says, Mom, that's just fairy tale talk. And I say, I know, but I don't have a handbook on what to say when your werewolf boyfriend, even though she may not have the right words. And the reason I have mixed feelings about it is because I'm a real mom and I don't want my kids racking up broken hearts thinking it's a good thing. I'm very literal. So I'm thinking, well, don't go looking for heartbreak, stay away from somebody if they're not good. Um, but I understand the point is that you got to look at it that way. Um, you're closer to finding the right one. It's not all over. There's hope and hopefully lessons learned. So I understand all the double meaning of that kind of advice. And the point is that I'm there for her. She's being vulnerable with me. She's crying, and Selena genuinely tapped into real tears and real pain. And that's the magic of a well-written show, is that there is zany comedy, jokes, to stave off the real pain, to deal with the pain. And we went there. And kids are going through it. They were going through it back then and they're going through it now. Real pain, real heartbreak. And the fact that they wrote scenes for us where she felt vulnerable enough to trust me with her pain as her mother. And I felt like I love her so much, I'm going to try, even though I'm saying something that I don't know if it's true or not. I'm going to try because I love her so. And that is everything. Staying in it because we love each other, trying our best because we love each other, making mistakes and picking it up and trying again because we love each other is the magic to Wizards, to our show and many other great shows. And I think that they understand that in the sequel, in our new show, because I mean, have you seen those scenes where Justin is parenting Billy, even though she's not his blood daughter? Is beautiful. He loves her unconditionally, and he's there for her. And so is Gianna as her, new mom, and me as her grandma. I'm going to be there for those girls and the young boys who are my blood grandchildren. And that kind of commitment to loving is so powerful. Even when we make mistakes, we are there and we're trying and we want to be there. So I think that's the secret sauce. And I'm happy to be part of a show that gets it.
Yeah, it definitely gets it. It's also very authentic as well. I know this show really brings all the generations together. It's a show that all ages can enjoy, maybe young or old or wherever you are in life. And so I think, just like me, I'm excited to see more episodes as well. It was so great to chat with you, Maria, and I'm so glad to see Waverly Place inspire, entertain a new generation as well.
Thank you. Me too. Thank you so much.